guys, GeNO the GeneYES here. I'm going to show you a trick with the 4 aces. Let's take a look. So right here, I have the 4 aces. It's the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Now I'm going to take the 4 aces just like this, and I'm going to cut them into the middle of the deck. Just like that. Now, if I take half the deck and I turn it face up, I'm going to shuffle the cards face up into face down. Just like so. And you can see the face up cards going into the face down cards. Now, I'll show you again. We have face up cards, face down cards, face up cards, face down cards. I think you would get the picture, right? It's just a big mess. So I'm going to give the deck a couple of cuts. So let's see, there's 1, 2, and then one more, just to show that the face up cards are going into the face down cards. Now down here we have a king. This king is a special card. You'll see why in a second. I'll leave it on the table right there. All I have to do is I snap my fingers just like this, and you'll see the cards resort themselves except for 3 of the aces. Like I said, that king is a magical card. It's because it turns into the 4th and final ace, the ace of spades. I'm going to show you something that looks like a miracle using a deck of cards. All we're going to use is the top card, which is the 5 of hearts. I'm going to use the 5 of hearts and place it down right here on the table. Then I'll use the next top card, the queen of spades. Now the object is to get the queen of spades to switch with the 5 of hearts, but not to touch this card. So all we have to do, watch, use some magic by taking your hand and watch the queen. Just like that, it turns into the 5 of hearts. But if the 5 of hearts is here, that must mean the queen of spades is down there. I'm going to show you one of my favorite card tricks. It uses the 4 aces, so the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts. Now we're going to place 3 cards on top of each ace. So, like right here. Now, the cards that we place on top of the aces, they're all different. They don't matter. I guess you could just say they're there to be there if you wanted to say that. Now, if you see the ace of spades right here, I'm going to place the card box on top of it, and we'll get back to that later. Now, we're going to start with the ace of clubs. It doesn't really matter. So right here we have the ace of clubs. Now remember, there's 3 random cards. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now watch closely. Watch the ace of clubs. It's just a snap. You see that ace just vanishes. Just like that. We'll use the ace of hearts next. Right here. So watch closely. The ace of hearts. Now watch. And that ace also vanishes. That leaves 1 ace left right here, the ace of diamonds. I'm going to push the ace of diamonds into the pack, face up. So that way when I go through like this, you can see it there. Watch, all you have to do, it's a snap like that. And you'll see one more time that the ace just vanishes. Just like that. Now the whole time, we've had the ace of spades sitting here underneath the card box with the 3 cards on top of it. I'll show you closely. The 3 cards are the 1, 2, 3 aces. Just like that. The aces have traveled underneath the card box. I'm going to show you a trick. It'll use a paper envelope. I'll show you. The envelope is empty. And then I will place it inside my pocket. Now, Mom, could you select any card that you want? Look at that. Show the card to the camera. Make sure the camera remembers that card. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Okay. I will take the card back. Now the card's going to go inside the middle of the deck, around the middle. Now, I place the envelope inside my pocket, right? You'll actually notice, you'll see the moment that that deck of cards turns into the envelope. And inside of the envelope, there is 1 card, and it happens to be your card. Now, if your card was here, that must mean that the deck of cards is inside my pocket. This is a trick I like to do to fool a math teacher. I take a white paddle here that's blank on both sides, and then I take a dry erase marker, and I'm going to write 3 dots on both sides of the paddle. So 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side, 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to place a marker off to the side. So if we have 3 dots on one side and 3 dots on the other, how many dots are there in total? 6? Good. So if I erase 1 dot, just like this, how many dots are there now? 5? Did you mean 4? Was that too fast? Let me restart it, okay? 6 dots. I'll erase 1 dot. How many dots do we have now? 5? No, 4. I'll erase 1 more, just like this. So how many dots do we have now? 2? Yeah, you're catching on. Remember the old days when there was 2 on both sides? I'll erase this one right here, so we have 2. Just like this, if I wave my hand over, you can see that dot travels down on the paddle on both sides. Now I can erase this dot completely so that it's blank on both sides. And you can make 1 more dot appear just like that. And that is how I fool my math teacher.